gonna try to make this as ASMR friendly as possible, since this is the ASMR channel. But yeah, I'll just be rambling as per usual, and I'd like to take your order if you are interested in getting any food right now. We have, right now off the top of my mind, it's usually whatever comes to my mind, and then it'll appear right out of thin air because it's just magic. So we have peanut wafers. Are you allergic? In that case, we have watermelon hot dog sliders and kimchi fried rice. We have balut, and what else? What else do we have? Let me look. All types of dim sum. Oh, you would like the durian cream puff? Okay, that's how many? Okay, 3 durian cream puffs. Yes, I would highly recommend them because honestly, they taste a bit like heaven to me. No joke. Okay. You would like me to write on your face as well? Okay. What kind of tattoo are you thinking? Would you want something like a random Chinese character? I can come up with that. Okay, maybe the first one. You don't have to mind my rather atrocious handwriting, but okay, that one means love. And let me think of another one. I'm also looking at my workbook from college, so to give me some ideas. Okay. Oh, oops. You have to excuse my lousy handwriting. This one, Piao Liang is pretty. And this, I think this one means light. This one feels like floating. For me, it feels like floating. Like Piu Hui. I'm switching between Cantonese and Mandarin, but then I could be totally wrong, you know. So, what else? Would you consider getting the word? Trying to find something special that's your style, but honestly, these words I have in my workbook, it's all like basic like business professional words or things that you use to get around for like travels. For example, we have airplane, like Feiji. Let me just write that on here. Well, this is simplified though, and they're so simplified and traditional. There's 2 different types. I appreciate the style, the traditional style more so because maybe because I grew up with it. But I mean, by growing up with it, I mean like I only learned it for like 2 years. Well, I have some random flower petals that I tried just gonna put it on your face. And another one. So sometimes you find the most, I don't know, it just reminds you of like things that I never like. Younger you would just like leave reminders of what you enjoyed when you were younger. Oops, well, the phone were. Okay, I'll pick it up later. And I'm just gonna read random words if I can. Just try it. Okay, so it might not make sense at all because I mean this is maybe our world of different languages. I don't know how many languages are in this world again. I'm guessing close to 2,000 maybe. Well, that's my guess, but it's just like you guessing how many jelly beans are in that jar. Usually I don't really know. So we have okay, I'm just gonna try weighing this because it's been a while. So 中午咱们都去松花架次my pinyin socks. Meaning my tones like the 吃火锅. 火锅 is like hot pot, and I really enjoy hot pot on a super cold wintry night because it's like really steaming hot. Like literally everyone sweats as they're gulping down like the super spicy and savory like meat and veggies and tofu and whatever. But yeah, my favorite would have to be the konjac jelly noodles and the enoki mushrooms, I would say, because I just enjoy the texture for that and combined with the sauces. So I like to put peanut butter, whatever, I forgot the Chinese name for it, but yeah. So 他爸爸妈妈要我们跟他们一起过新年，在北京过新年一定很有意思。小韵，为什么北京很多饭馆都有火锅？是不是因为玩在现在 that looks, so there are like a lot of characters that look similar, or sometimes, okay, that's my dad, but he tends to sneeze, so I apologize if that was rather surprising. Just let me write something. Wait. Right. So this is like when people do the microaggression, they say like they think you're Chinese, or like if they see an Asian face and then I'm sorry. Like everyone in my family, almost everyone tends to have allergies or yeah. So if you know what this means, this is ni hao. And what I was trying to say was that so people would like just like if they think you're Chinese, or they would say ni hao, or if they think you're Japanese, they would say sayonara or something of that sort. And it's like I know you're trying to be nice, but I mean, you can't just assume, right? And so, another. Okay. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. If you wanna know. Well, I didn't really. Yeah, I'll try to write it this way. This one says fa or fa. I'm thinking. Shuai. Going to that one or Pindy or Yansel. 我的中文名字是米色丽. I'm not gonna tell you what it means though, because they're different characters. And I appreciate how like the names usually have different meanings, and it's really interesting when like I meet someone new and I usually like to ask them, what does your name like what does your name mean if it has a meaning? And it's interesting like hearing the stories if they have a story behind their name. And I guess it's sometimes it's weird, like sometimes I wonder what would it be like to have an older sibling or a sister, because I have a younger brother, and I mean we have quite a small age gap, so I guess one of our favorite like childhood memories would be like playing basketball together and with my dad, and just like watching Yu-Gi-Oh together, like on Saturday mornings, I think. Yeah, and so like let's get ready to do or something like that. And I really enjoy drawing hair like this or something like that. I mean, this is not it. This is atrocious compared to the real thing. But I mean, it's sort of like similar to a semblance, a very small semblance to like Yugi's hair or Kaiba's hair. And yeah, I'm gonna soon turn off, but I'm just gonna write a little bit. Brush on your face. So this word means, in Chinese it means big or dai. Dai in Cantonese and da in Mandarin. Let's see. So there's, I think we have a one dot, stroke, another stroke. So this is three strokes of order, something like that. So it usually is, I think in Cantonese they say sam dim sui, and usually that's a radical for characters that have to do with order, like ocean, Hoi, or the sea. And if you want to learn how to do mof is basically a box. It's like a box. It's like that's how is basically that's how it looks like. So basically I find it cool how like the characters simulate the image or the image of the thing they're portraying. And stretching, just measuring them. And tell me when you use your vision. Yeah, I forgot that sometimes there's a chat, but then I don't usually remember. Oops, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. I am not great with not being clumsy, because I think clumsiness it feels like it's in my nature. Like, I tend to trip over things, like bump my head into things, and then usually it's like, why did you do that? And then I would blame myself. Like, if you could time travel, would you, like, I don't know, there are just some embarrassing things. Like, sometimes I'm like talking to myself, like, about something embarrassing, like I'm reliving some things, like as I'm walking in public. Usually if I'm talking to myself, it's when there's no one around, or when I think there's no one around, and then so I'll see someone off the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh, I hope they didn't hear that, because that would be embarrassing. And yeah, so yeah. And this, I think probably my aunt made this. She's really good at beating artsy, sort of making artsy projects with paper and different types of materials. Yeah, some people don't like mouth sounds, which I understand. I definitely understand, but I appreciate them, so sometimes I'm gonna add some. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that one. This one. This is pineapple cake. It says one is pineapple cake, but it says day ba ho. So basically, number 8 mouth. I don't know what that means. Sometimes it's a bit weird when it translated. It's weird. Well, I heard that it's supposed to be snowing, even though it's supposed to. Spring is coming up right now in the eastern part of the United States, I guess, or just the United States in general. I'm trying to rack my brain for like an icebreaker question, like something that is like totally out of this world. But would you ever not scratch that? If you could have any business, like, even though you don't have you don't have to have like the business major or like the knowledge. But if theoretically or hypothetically, if you could like offer or have your own brick and mortar or online shop, like what would you sell or what would you serve? Like I think like it would be cool to have like, please dad don't come, please don't come. Okay. Sometimes my parents will like open the door. Yeah, privacy. And so back to what I was saying. I would like when I combine ASMR with the real life ASMR experiences. I know there are some ASMR sensory places where it's like, but it's not common, of course. But I would want to combine that with just maybe. Well, I'm thinking of this off the top of my head, so just like you can combine it with almost anything. Like, well, I know that in the hair salons, like usually the hair salons that I go to, it's like quite noisy, and because I usually go to the ones that are pretty cheap, I think, or affordable. Like they're like $12 plus tip, which is like $15. So it gets yeah. Like I don't really know what to say because my brain cells are running out of things to say. So I think that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it for now, probably. And yeah, we're gonna call it a night. So thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I really appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate you and you and you and you and you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Just blowing on your face. As I try to figure out how to end this.